Hey there, happy Saturday. Been a busy day. Got a lot of work done. Not a time really for me to pick up any work, so I'm gonna color. Let's see. Trying to decide what to color in. I was kind of playing around with this in with the graphic aviary because I don't know. I don't know what to do with this. So I was doing some things to try and make the fountain pop a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know if it's working. Well, it seems like it's working a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. So I just keep playing around with it. I don't quite know what to do. And I think I need music. It was a good week, a busy week. I unexpectedly straightened my hair. I when I washed it, I blew it out, and then I used this straightening brush on it that I really like. And I guess they don't make it anymore, but I see other ones like it that are out there. So if anything ever happens to this one, I'm buying another one because I really like it. It does the job quickly. It doesn't burn your hair. Like, you'd really have to try hard, I think, to burn your hair with it. But it gets it straight. Like in like one pass, really easy. It's really nice. But I did that because my hair was acting like it was time for me to trim it, and I like to straighten my hair to trim it so I can really see it. Like, either blow it dry, and sometimes I'll just go as far as straightening it too. And I did that this time because my hair just has been acting way too funny, and it was about time for me to trim it. And even though I didn't feel like it and I didn't want to, I did it because I know if I didn't do it, that I would pay for that a month from now. And I'd have a bunch of split ends or something. My hair would be really ratchet. So I was like, just do it. And I did. And I'm just kind of leaving it that way for now. Um, just, just kind of putting it in a ponytail, tucking the tail under, and that kind of thing. Because I don't really want to mess with it. And I'm not ready to revert it yet. Because this weather is just really strange, and I'm thinking maybe it might be good for me to keep my hair straight for a while and just wear a ponytail and wait till the weather kind of, I don't know, starts acting right or something. It's so strange because it's like the air is dry, but it's humid. I don't know what this is. It's really been so strange this year. I wonder if I need yellow. I don't know. It's like, let's see, it's bugging me. Trying to get it to look how I want, but I don't exactly know how I want, but I know when I see it. I'm not seeing it yet. Almost makes me wonder if I should have did the fountain a different color, but I don't know. I don't know. Been doing a lot of cleaning and organizing. Still trying to recover from 2020. Arg. But I'm making progress. I am. Also, because I'm thinking, like, I want to get another piano, and so that's kind of a part of my progress too, for what I want to do in the room before we get it. Because I think if we're going to get a new floor, we need to put in a new floor. We need to do it before the piano gets here, not after. Because I don't want to be having somebody come in here tuning it all the time. I don't want to be paying for that, even though tuning is not supposed to be expensive. Somebody ripped me off the first time I got mine tuned. But still. And that is kind of, piano tuning is an art that's kind of getting lost. And so if something happens to the guy that tunes my piano now, I don't know where I'm going to find another one, because it's not like it's anything anybody really wants to learn. I don't know. So, yeah, so I don't want to be moving it around a whole lot once I get it. It's got to stay there for the rest of its life, basically. Rest of my life. So anything we're going to do to that floor, we need to do it before I get it. Which is probably going to be sometime after my braces come off, after I pay for my implant on my missing tooth. Unless I find a really good deal that I can't resist. And they do come around. What I'd really like is to find somebody who has a piano with ivory keys, who just has to give it away, because you're basically ivory. It's illegal to have to sell any piano that has ivory keys, and they're not making them with ivory keys anymore because it's illegal. But for any that are lying around still, somebody who didn't know about that, when they find out about it and find out they can't sell it, I'd be happy to take it off their hands. And then I'd use it as long as I could with the ivory keys until they don't work, and then they replace them with the other stuff that they now make the keyboards with. But the guy that tunes my piano said that they actually, like, when the law came in place, they were actually smashing up pianos. People were smashing, like the sellers had to, like, basically demolish the pianos they had, which I thought was crazy. And I was like, I never heard of such a thing. He goes, yeah, they did, because it's not legal. It's illegal to sell ivory or something like that. But just like I'm praying for the piano that's mine, that I'll get the one. I know I'm going to get the one that I'm supposed to get. Whether it's new or pre-owned or uber pre-owned. Like, really old. And somebody's just like, I got to get rid of it. But I want it to be in a place that's it's going to be loved. And it's in great condition. It's time. I miss playing classical music and learning how to play certain things. I really miss that. I like how it works my brain and my fingers. Okay, I kind of think I like it better now. It's almost like sometimes I gotta come on here and not. I have to come on here on live in color for me to get some pictures to where I want it, because I do it without thinking, whereas other times I'm just thinking too hard. If I just talk, I'm like, da 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 da. I seem to be able to do something I kind of like. I don't know. I don't know. I might not like it tomorrow. I don't know when I look at it. We'll find out. But another thing I'm working on in the same my space for oil painting is in the same room, and I finally decided I really think I need to start painting again, and so that's kind of like my other goal besides working on this room, which is kind of out of the way and nobody's in it or sees it but me. But down there, like, other people see it, and I kind of I want to start painting again. So I don't know, it might not be till the summer, but I'm starting to work on that room, I think. And I have to think of something, because also if we put another floor in that room, I really think about what it's going to be and how I'm going to have my painting stuff in there, because I don't want to have to be worried about messing up the floor. So whether I just keep like a rug over that section, you know, which I already do, but that rug really, it probably needs to come out. It's really old. It's an old wool oriental rug that I've had for forever. And I don't know, I mean, I don't know of any way to like actually like clean it, dry clean it. The cost of dry cleaning it probably would be like, you know, just not worth it. Just, it's like really, I mean, it's not, I don't know what to do with it. It's good because it's old, and like I don't care like if it gets messed up because it's so old, but then also it's like, ooh, it might just be way too caca at this point to even keep. I don't know. I had that rug a long time. I had it in my first apartment because I got it on a deal from the department store where I worked. That at the time it had a rug department. And it worked because, I mean, it was my first apartment. I was 19 years old. I was sharing it with somebody that I worked with there. And we didn't have any furniture beyond our beds. That was it. So it was like, we didn't have any living room furniture or anything. So it's like, that was it. Sit on the floor on the oriental rug. So that's what we did. I wonder where she is now. Girl, it was my roommate. We learned how to play guitar in that apartment because we didn't have a TV either. So it was like, what do we do? Well, let's entertain ourselves. So I learned how to play guitar, just trying to play guitar. And we would make up silly songs that I still remember to this day. I could break out and sing one right now, but I'm not gonna. I like that better. It did something. I don't know what, but it did something. A lot of these pages I don't know what to do because it's like this bird is so huge, and I'm looking at it like Like, how do I make that? I don't know. How do I make that something? Because it's just this big, big bird. I don't know. Excuse me. Okay. Let's see. So today I did some laundry. A lot of what I've had to do is like I have to get rid of a lot of old papers and stuff, and um, making piles of that and stuff I need to shred, and because my job is basically paper. Just like now, now everything's going more electronic, and on the internet and stuff. But even still, I have a lot of old ones from, man, I think from like 2011, actually. Some of them have like, because of my job, they have like a retention time period or whatever, so I couldn't get rid of them. And then when I could get rid of them, we were in the middle of, that whole thing. So the system of how to do everything changed then because there was no time. I had to figure out how to make it work. That's what how I had to get things done. So there's a whole lapse of time where it's like, and then with technology, like how everything changed so rapidly just in 5 years. Things that normally people still might have been on the cusp about accepting things being that way. The pandemic kind of forced it to where, like, yeah, now it kind of fast tracked it so that no, everything's online. It's going to be online. And so, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but well, the rapid change in technology caused a rapid bunch of make it work moments for me. Um, and so I have tons of, things left over from those make it works that, before people found a solid solution for it. You had to kind of figure out a way to do it yourself. So, hey, Lori, good to see you. Oh, okay. Good yawn. Boy. I'm really glad things have settled down because it didn't feel like it ever was going to settle down. And I think that's probably why I started coloring, is because I just had to spend so much time at my desk, and it was so much of that make it work kind of thing going on that they're really, I kind of just got glued to my desk. There was nothing else I could do. So it's nice to be out of that and be free and having things get a little bit like more back to normal. Ooh, I don't know if that was the blue I wanted, but that's the blue we got. So it's kind of like out of necessity. And I find that, like, I don't know, I, uh, no, maybe not. I was going to say that I think I have to be in a certain head to be able to, like, make art, quote unquote. And that's not really what I color for. I don't really color to make art. I color to see color, and I color to relax. And it's what I do when I can't make art, I think. So, yeah. Or when I just want to relax. Because they're different, you know. But I have to be in a certain head to make art. And I haven't been able to be in that head for 5 years at least. 5 years, I think, probably. So once I can, I think I'm probably going to just be going whole hog and just really kind of immersing myself in it. It's possible, I don't know if the Lord works it out that way, that I might actually be able to record while I paint or stream while I paint. But probably if I stream while I paint, I'm probably not going to read any chat because that'll take me out of the head of what I'm doing. I'm thinking. But I did think about that. It's like, well, to think about the possibility of recording while I paint or while I mix paint or whatever. Because, I don't know, some people might want to see that. But I could see myself getting paint and stuff all over the all over the webcam or whatever. That would be fun. Not. But who knows? I just know I need to paint. And in some ways, I don't know if I really do want to share it because it is a very, I don't know if that's anything I really want to share. Not to sound like a brat or nothing. It's very, um, I don't know. It's just a kind of a sacred act for me. I guess I kind of want to say. And I'm not sure I want to share the process. But the only reason I would want to share the process is if people were interested in how you do that and if it would help them, to explore, doing that themselves. That would be the only reason why I would do it. Um, if I thought it would help somebody else, like inspire them or something to try it. But like I said, I'm one of those people. I really don't like to be seen or anything like that. So it's not like I'm not about that life, and I don't care if I don't care about that part. I think I'm kind of getting this to where I want it. I think these need like some kind of jewel or something. Sparkle pen, but I don't know what color yet. So, but I think I need something sparkly. But I'm kind of liking it better. Now, I wish I could get like the white in here to stand out more, but I think I'm going to need marker or something to do that. trying to get more of kind of like it's raining effect. So what are we gonna do with this lawn? So I'm using a combination of, I think I used Chroma Flows on this initially. And now I'm using Prismacolors and Colors. So, and again, it's like that whole thing of like that, using a waxy pencil and a kind of crumbly pencil that like Prismacolor is with the pigment. That combination, it's like one helps to bind to the other and kind of helps it do things. Yeah, however, you know what I mean. I hope you know what I mean. But I find it, I like doing that combination thing. I wonder, do I need to really go out there with this green, maybe, and do something kind of crazy with the color? Oh, probably need to sharpen this pencil. I also started playing a new game, which, like, I probably shouldn't have, but I do like it. We'll see how long you start playing it. I keep playing it, but that Heroes of History on Facebook, and it's like Games or something like that. That company. And I like it because it's kind of like this game that I used to play called on my phone called Empire and Puzzles, and I had to stop playing that game because it just was too tiny, too small. I can't play games on my phone. I really liked it, and I liked the format of it, and I liked it. And it did have like you're in an alliance and things like that, and there was like a kind of thing you had to do certain amount of times out of the week where you have to like kill some beast or something like that. Um, and so I don't know, that might be a part of this game with being in an alliance. I don't know if I'm ever going to join an alliance, but I'm enjoying the gameplay of it with like the heroes and things. I guess it kind of was missing that kind of game. But I don't want the full commitment of being in an alliance and all that. I used to play a lot of MMO RPGs, a lot. Um, and I do still miss those. I do. But, I have priorities. And now I feel like I'm more conscious of, like, the other people in the game. And I don't know. I mean, that's what I like about the MMORPGs. But I don't know. Maybe it's just that I'm kind of nostalgic for the people I used to play those games with, like when I first started. Like, how long ago? What, 2000? Man, a long time ago. 2006 or 2007? It's kind of weird. And some of those people have actually passed on, and it's kind of wild. Some of them married each other. All kinds of stuff. I mean, like, we're talking moving countries and marrying each other. I mean, it was that deep. Yeah. There's still one woman, I swear, I'm always thinking of her because she She didn't play a lot, but her husband did mostly. And she and I had the same birthday. And it was always exciting for me when she came on to play, because a lot of times her husband would play her, her game and his, to keep her up to date and everything. So when she was actually there in the game, we'd be like chatting like crazy. um, I remember one time, because we also like were friends on Facebook too, as a result of being in the game. And I don't know, she was said something about like how it was something about like when you see a spider in the shower, but then you realize, oh, that's not a spider, that's my hair. And like how many times has happened to me that I think the same thing, that it's a bug. It's not a bug, it's my hair. So now every time I see her in the shower, I think of her. Yeah, she's not with us anymore. She died young. She died young. Her husband, I think, was like 15 years older than her or something like that, but he passed before her. Really sad. It's kind of weird. I mean, it was like we were close, like close in our chatting and stuff like that, to where, I was kind of planning on going to actually visit them. They live like down south. So it's kind of amazing what can happen on social media and in games. Okay, that looks a little better. I need like a fine liner or something, or else I need a Karen Dash Pablo or some kind of. Uh, kind of want more. Now, if I do this, I'm going to have to go back and put white in there, because I don't know that I want it to be totally green. But I guess we're making it that for now. Went over the line. Oh, well. We'll fix that later. I do kind of like that better. So what are we doing with this? It's such a weird color. I'm about to make it weirder. Or wash it all out. So it's just started, just like before I came on here, started watching, while I was folding clothes, I started watching this series on Prime Video called Utopia. And I haven't finished the first episode of the first season yet, but excuse me. But I am intrigued. So we'll see how far I get in it. Hey, Bubbles. Oh, Lord. Don't let him work you too hard. Don't let him work you too hard. Good to see you. So, what am I doing with this? And I used that blue violet in here, and it's such an odd. There's some kind of blue violet. I don't think I intended to use it, but it kind of happened by accident. And I feel like I'm going to need like a Posca pen or something to kind of do little spots in here and make it pop. But I surely don't know what to do with this bird. I don't. I've got a lot of purples in the color. Let's see what we can kind of do. Let's see what we can do. I'm kind of dumbfounded with how big some of these birds are in this book. It's like, what the heck am I supposed to do with that? It's just one big massive bird. I feel like I need to start getting to some of my other coloring books, like the um, Beckett Griffith books. Um, I'm not sure if my skills are up to the task, but I suppose it's time to check. And there is one I did say I wanted to break out with it like around Halloween, so because it does seem to be appropriate for that. But I feel like that means that I'm gonna have to do a change out of my coloring books, and it's like, but I didn't finish this one, and I didn't finish this book and this one. Okay, that did something. I don't know how to, like, I don't know. Well, let's just keep going and stop complaining or whining. Stop your whining. Quit your whining. I got my COVID and flu shot Friday. It just happened all of a sudden that like somebody had told me that they were giving them at work last Thursday while I was there, and I thought, oh, so they're available now. So, but I wanted to do it through my pharmacy because that's where I get all my immunizations from. So I checked to see if they were available there at my pharmacy, and they were. So I scheduled one for after work on Thursday. And I had no reaction to it except like, it was just sore around the injection, but nothing like it was, any of the other times. Which I don't know. I was happy for her, and I found interesting. I was kind of ready for anything, but it wasn't bad. And the weird thing is, it must have been time for me to get it. One, because of how that came together, where all of a sudden I found out, like out of nowhere, somebody popped their head in my office and says, "Oh, they're giving flu and COVID vaccines downstairs." And I said, "Oh," and then I went and looked at my pharmacy, scheduled my appointment. When I got to my appointment, they said, "Wow, it's a good thing you came when you did because our system was down all day. It just came back up when you came in." Like, I'm like, "Oh, okay, okay then, all right." That was wild. I guess it was for me to get it now. I don't know why. I'm not gonna ask questions. Just gonna follow. Okay, that's kind of cool. I don't know what color to make his face. I keep thinking I want to make it something different, and so that's why I've left it alone. And nothing has come to me yet about it. So I haven't touched it yet. Yeah, I'm around so many cooties at work that, yeah, I get it. I get the shot. Kind of interesting. Something that was different was because of my age. They almost like show it like they're not going to give it to you. Well, from the list, it's not the pharmacy doing it, but I think it's because of, whomever, who's wherever, saying, well, if you're under 65, you can only get it if you have any of these pre-existing conditions. But that list is really long, so you kind of can tell them any old thing and get it. I mean, some of my things were on the list, so I just put it there. But I mean, they're not. They. I think some people could just say some of those things, and nobody would question it. And quite honestly, I don't think the pharmacy would question it either, because they know it's a crock of poo that they're even being required to show that list. And it kind of makes me feel like I'm in 1970s Soviet Union. What the fuck? Sorry, I swore because it's worth swearing about. I'm sorry. That's some stupid ass shit, and that's all I can say to that. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it right there. No more. But anyway, so basically, just say one of the things on the list. If you want your shot, you'll get it until this insanity is over. I may not have wanted to do that, but it's too late because I did it. This purple, but I don't think I mind it because look what I'm doing now, so I must not mind it. Give me some ideas. There's no purple on that at all. Wait, give me purple. Give me purple. Is this the right purple? I don't know. We're gonna live dangerously and just color and ask questions later. You know how I do. Hmm. Oh, birdie, what's your face supposed to be? I don't even know what kind of bird this is, so I couldn't even look it up and get a reference. So I'm just kind of like, uh-huh. And I said, I'm making them purple. I don't think I made any bird really, really purple in this book. So I went for purple. And I think I need something around here to make that stand out, huh? Do I? I don't know, but I don't know what color to do. It could go horribly wrong if I if I use the wrong color. So I kind of don't. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. Leave it alone. I really want a cat. I really do. You notice all the animal videos I keep posting to my wall? Yeah, I'm jonesing for a pet. I'd like to have a dog, but they just need so much attention. And I don't have it. I don't have it. Not right now. I want a big dog. I wouldn't mind having a Rottweiler, to be honest. They eat a whole lot, though. I don't know. If they eat, I might not be able to eat. Not enough food for the both of us. I don't know. I like mutts, though. I really like mutts. I like dogs that are just like. I like rescue dogs. I'd rather have a rescue dog that's not purebred. And my whole thing is like, I don't even want just one, but that's a commitment. It's almost like buying, like, when I buy clothes. If I see one I like, I want more than one. I already know I like dogs and I like cats. I want more than one of both. And it's like, I can't be doing that. I can't be doing that. But I love them, though. And I kind of like to see, I like seeing how the animals are just with each other. That's kind of what I like, where they kind of have their own thing with each other, where, like, if you're not there, they still have their own system and they're okay. You know what I mean? They have company because they have their pack partner or whatever. And I like watching them when how they act when they're like that. I find it interesting. And I think that came from there being so many animals here when I came here, that, that's what they did. And it's kind of like it's kind of like they're part wild and they're you know, part wild and part pet or something. Because I don't know, I thought it was cute. They looked out for each other, protected each other, played with each other. It was fun to watch. So that was something I never would have done myself, but I came into, and I'm glad that I did, because it really was fun to watch. I miss every last one of them. And that's when I learned that, all cats and all dogs are not alike. They are not alike. They each one have their own personality. I really found that out then. So I posted that video on my wall with the young Vietnamese woman who lives in the high country in Vietnam, and she is um, she has three dogs and a goat, and they actually, like, they're working animals basically, but they're also, she loves on them. And they were helping her, like, she took them when she went to go buy groceries, but then it looked like the groceries were really all for them in the end. um But I thought it was good. I left comments on there. I don't know if she's going to translate them and read them or not, but I was cracking up about that goat. That goat was a trip. Percy was like, yeah, gung ho, like, yeah, I'm waiting for my turn to get my little harness on and get my stuff I got to carry, get my little boots on. He was ready. He was standing there like he was ready. But I think what he really was ready for was to get going so he could start eating bushes and trees on the way home. He wouldn't stop eating. Living up to a goat's reputation, eating everything. It's a pretty goat, though. But I want to see, like, in the end, it looked like she had cut. It looks like she had cut lemongrass, that was growing like wild, like near her house or whatever. She cut the lemongrass and then she took it and she threw it in this kind of pond, this like small body of water, and left it there. And I'm like, I wonder why she did that. I don't know why she did that. So like I'm gonna go back and watch to see if she shows why she did that. I don't know if it's supposed to. I don't know. I don't know if there was something she was feeding in there. I don't. I don't know if she was putting it there, like maybe to provide more oxygen for whatever's in that water living. I don't know if she was doing that for something for the lemongrass to like cure it or something. I don't know what she was doing that for. And I don't know if that's the right blue. But it was interesting. I don't know, in a way, like it kind of, watching it kind of reminded me of like my grandmother in Jamaica who lived in the mountains, and she actually had a donkey that she would take to go buy and sell stuff. But it kind of reminded me of that. I was kind of thinking about how all people live all over, and as a Christian, you know, I just was kind of watching it and thinking, you know what, she could be my sister in the Lord. I don't, who knows? You don't know. I don't know. Or I more than likely have a sister in the Lord who does the same thing somewhere in the world. Which I thought, that's kind of cool. I like that. And then it made me want to have a Sims transporter so I could go anywhere in the world and just hang out with people where they are. And then I also would want to have automatically be able to speak their language. I really do wish I knew a lot of languages. I really do. I've always, I don't know. I guess it wasn't, I guess I never saw it as a possibility. So I never was in the realm where I could pursue that. Um, Diligently or whatever, and so I never did it. But even when I used to work at the bank, and I worked at a main branch initially, and a lot of times when people would come to the US, and they're looking for a job, where they're from, being a teller in a bank is actually a prestigious job, and so a lot of times they would come for that kind of a job. So I got to work with um, all different kinds of people, from different places, which was really cool. And like, we would do things like together for work and things like that and hang out. But I would always be asking them, oh, well, how do you say this? Or they'd show me how I write my name in their language. And this one Ethiopian woman showed me how to write my name in Ethiopian. And I saved it somewhere, but I don't know if I still have it. Um, Russian woman taught me how to knit mittens, and she actually gave me some of her needles, and she actually went and translated her instructions that she had in Russian. She translated it to English and gave it to me. I still have that. Um, I worked with a woman who was Armenian Egyptian, or Egyptian Armenian, which comes first. She's Armenian, um, but from Egypt, and she taught me how to cook some things Mediterranean, and I would have liked to spend more time with her to learn the language and to hear more about her history. She did tell me some. Um, but yeah, I don't know, I just love people. Even if I am like a homebody and a loner, I really love people. I guess that's why I work with people. But yeah, I'm still learning my French, and I need to do a lesson today. And I kind of need an action plan to aim for fluency, because I'd like to be able to speak at least one other language fluently. If I can't do like 10, let me at least do, one other language than English. I don't know, I think I should take a trip to Montreal and be brave. Oh, I need to do up in here. Somehow. I need a sharp point. Montreal. But then their French is different a little bit. I don't know if they'd give me grace on that or what. I might need to make a friend first before I do a trip like that. So somebody will have my back. Oh, that shaped up really quick. That's interesting. Is that what I needed to do? Add this? I was thinking that was going to be too much. Maybe just a little in some places. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to kind of look at my coloring books and do a kind of assessment of what I want to work in next, because I'm getting that Kirby 20th anniversary book next month. I'm supposed to get it. I do want to try the Beckett Griffith books, see where my skills are, if I can handle that right now. So at least do a test run, if nothing else. See, can I do this? Might, I don't know, who knows? Might even do a whole change out of supplies that I have readily available that I can just pull out the book and color. So I might even have a setup that's just for working with water, water stuff. Because I do need to finish, I need to keep working in that, the Dorico Mermaid book. And if I do that, and I'm going to work in water, anything that I would want to do that with to have all of those books out. I don't know. I kind of got to think about that because I do feel like I'm ready to do something other than just pencil, but I don't know if my skills are ready to do anything other than pencil. So, because I kind of got to also keep in mind I'm doing that in between doing my work. And so I don't know if my brain's going to be able to switch up like that and do it. Well, that's not doing much, is it? Yeah, I don't know what to do about the outline thing. Do I need to outline this in white or something? I am liking this better, though. But it just seems so plain. I need to do the umbrella. How long have I been on here? Hour? Okay. Is that black? I can't tell. What color is this? Ooh, it's a pretty color, but it's not what I was looking for. Is this black? Dark gray violet. That's interesting. Sounds like it has an identity crisis. Dark gray violet. Okay, well, we'll try it. To make the top black too, I'm gonna at least a little bit. I think. This one. Silver. Oops, I didn't get the tips of her hair. I need to get my markers out soon too because there's a couple pages where I want to do some bedazzling on them. It's not working out well. Why? It's kind of weird. It's so narrow. It was a pretty day outside today. Still, for some reason, kind of humid. Really humid, actually. But not really hot. It's kind of strange. Our weather's been so strange this year. This summer. That's why my hair doesn't know how to act. Don't ask me why I'm doing this, because I can't really tell you why. Okay. I gotta do that water. It's gonna be blue. It's gonna be a little purple because of that red on there. But I guess that'll work because of I already have. Worst case scenario, pasta. Yeah, that doesn't even look like rain. That looks like, huh? Can I? Yeah, Posca pen for that. If it'll show up on it. I don't know. I'm afraid blue will just turn purple. Didn't really do much at all. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Okay, I like it better. I can say that much. This is looking better to me. Do the beak. I swear I'm working this pencil to the bone. I'm surprised it's not shorter because I'm using it an awful lot lately. Oh, that's what it is. I'll do a little brown or should I do red? Brown, red, dark orange. Do I have a dark orange? That might be. I don't know. I'm gonna try it. Okay. Next. Anything else we can do on here? Can I do this? What's up? Straight. So I had to reschedule my orthodontist appointment, and because they had to cancel it. And I almost wonder, I think they might have had to cancel it actually because the person that wants to see me is actually doesn't work on Mondays. I found out, and so somehow they didn't realize that when they scheduled it, or they realize they're at a certain point where they do want me just to see that one that I saw the last couple times. Because we're getting so close. And so I go on the, what is it? Is it the 19th or the 24th? I think it's the 24th. Oh, that's not even that far away. Yeah, the 24th. And I figured, and I was talking with the receptionist, and I said, well, she was asking if the initial date that she gave me was okay for me. And I says, well, I mean, it's fine for me, but I don't know if they want me to see the specific doctor or not. And she checked and she goes, oh, yeah, he wants to be the one to see you. So, and she gave me another date and time. I'm like, okay, I'll be there. And I figured, like I was saying to her as well, like that, because I think that would be okay for it to be that far ahead, because um they had to see me that one day when I had the bracket and everything that broke, and so they did a lot of stuff then, and they were able to look and see the progress then. So to come back only 2 weeks later, was probably like, yeah, wait longer and then there'll be more movement. So I sure hope they come off soon and we can get on to the next step, and then it can be over this whole thing. I'm ready. I am ready. Nope, can't forget about the corner. I need to do something about this more. So I like that. I feel like I need to do something with the little legs, but I don't want to use the wrong color. This is like metallic. Maybe it won't matter too much. Maybe the legs look dirty. That's not what we wanted to do. This is trying not to do. Oh well. Mm, what is this point? I swear I make all of these. I made this little girl a redhead, and I make a lot of people redheads. I think because I'm thinking of my childhood friend. She was my first friend ever. And I was like 5, 6 years old. And she had red hair. I spent when I first got my computer. That was like one of the first things I did was try and find out where she was because she moved. I think sometime when like we were still in elementary school. Her family moved, and I didn't know where they moved to. And but we were really close, and we both had older sisters, so we would always like complain about that. But I went like, and I think I probably told this story before. Forgive me, but when I first got my computer, that was the one of the first things I did was try to find her, and I went all over the place trying to find her. And I finally like hit. I was on this forum, and from like looking like at her family tree or something like that, and the people in the list or something, and so I asked about her and her sister, and somebody did eventually see it who was her boyfriend in high school, and so he gave me an update and had told me she moved out to the Midwest. um, by the time I caught up, found out with where she was, um because the leads would come like years apart, so that was kind of crazy. But by the time I found out, she had passed in like this crazy accident, that of a school bus, actually. It was like a band trip, with like a school band, and she was like one of the chaperones. And there, I guess there was some curve or somewhere there, like, what was it, Oklahoma or something, that was kind of dangerous. There was like a gully at the other side of this turn, like right at the side where the turn is. There's like this gully or whatever, and I think people had been talking about it before, but this accident turned out like people actually, well, they died, like, and she did died. There were people that were died that were um um disabled after it, and all other kinds of crazy stuff. And it wound up being like the Oklahoma highway, safety or whatever, wound up implementing some kind of something because of that accident. So that was kind of a drag to find that out. So I just hope, I don't know. I hope I get to see her again one way or another, because, I don't know. She was just really special to me. And I didn't catch up with her sister until after she had passed. It's just crazy. So I do know like her husband and her children I can talk to, but not her. I may do that someday, but I don't know. It's kind of weird. Just a bunch of people like that like when I finally catch up to where they are, they're gone. There's one kid that like our families were kind of close because we were both the kids. We were all children of um, a Jamaican father and an African American mother, you know, and and we went to the same church, and we also went to the same school. We were like in the same school district and everything. And the son was the same age as me. And he was really cute. But for some reason, I used to tease the heck out of him. And I knew he liked me, too. I don't know why I treated him so bad. That was really bad. I think I kind of wanted to apologize to him as an adult. Um, I don't know what happened with him, though. And I don't know. My suspicion says that... maybe I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm just not gonna say anything with that. But yeah, he actually died in the 90s, which was kind of crazy. And then nobody in his family, when I, caught up with them, nobody was talking about him. I'm like, that's kind of weird. So I don't know what happened. It's one of those things you just never find out. I think this is the kind of stuff you don't even find out anyway, unless like your schools have a good, have a family reunion, have a, class reunion. But a lot of these people, like, they wound up moving before high school started and things like that, so that, that doesn't really happen. Most places don't have an elementary school reunion. So mhm. I guess it's just that with me, people stay with me for a long time. I don't, I don't know. I stay really attached to my memory of them. So that if, like, somebody that I hadn't seen in years, when I see them, for me, it's like it was just yesterday that we saw each other. I don't know if there's a name for that or not, but other than being weird, I don't know if there's a name for that. Okay, where are we? Well, it's looking better, even though I don't know what to do with that big expanse of bird there. Um, is that bad? But this looks like a whole lot of breast meat. Like, that's all I could see it as. It's like, that's the part you're taking. Like, that's the breast meat. When you dress the bird, my husband used to hunt ducks. So, oh wow. I always used to tell him, I want a goose. I want a Christmas goose. Go get me a Christmas goose. Go hunting for a goose. I don't know if they can do that here, though. Or it's probably only a certain time of year you can do that. Mm-hmm. What are we doing with these guys? Where's my other purple? Is this purple? Light Wisteria. I tried to grow wisteria in my yard, which, like, it's probably a good thing it didn't take, because it can be pretty invasive once it does. But man, is it beautiful. And these big, like, hanging things of flowers that are so fragrant. Okay. Da 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 da. I wish you could figure out what's lacking. It's just hard to see. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna need these coloring book people to draw everything in the background, so I don't have to figure it out. I don't want to figure it out. I have too many issues trying to figure it out. I'll get there. Okay, so I think I'm done with this one for today. So I gotta figure out something for his face. What else we got in here? Excuse me, this one I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I don't know if I'm gonna use gel pens. Don't know if I'm gonna play around with it with something else, with water or what. I have no idea. I haven't done any more on this because I'm afraid to touch this barrel because I like what this brown pencil did. I just like fell in love with it, and I just need to look at it like that for a while before I do anything else. And you can't really see it, can you? But I love that. I like what I did on this with darkening some of this and everything. So, but yeah, I need to do his legs, his beak, and this stuff, which I don't want to color in because I feel like, what is this, like cement or dirt or what? I don't want the bird to be stuck. Kind of want to make it grapes, like he's stomping on grapes or something. That feels more uplifting. I don't know. We'll see. I need something to shift the narrative so he's not a bird stuck in something. Then I did a little bit on this today. I just added some stuff to her hair because I thought that, I don't know, I was trying to break up that yellow. I don't know, I may even do like metallic gold acrylic marker in her hair, like some streaks of it. That might be what I do with it. Got another big old bird. I don't know what color to make him. So I'm not going to stress it. But I'm thinking the color that I make him is going to decide what color I do the flowers. I want to I'm kind of thinking about keeping it somewhat monotone or like just, you know, like just blue, yellow, white. But I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can do it. Let's just say it. Let's just say it like it is. I started doing some things around the stars, and I don't like how it made it more blue. You know, it blended in the blue. I like it with being like this, like the white around there. So I stopped doing that, and I just kind of kept it to the bottom. Because I really like how that looks. Makes it look like the star is shimmering to me. So didn't do anything else because I want to solve my problem with this one. The ones before it. Still need to do this one. I haven't decided. I think, did I use Inktense or something on this? So, like, I don't know. I want to finish it like I started it, if I can at all possibly help it. So, not ready to do the water yet. Still that one, still this one. I don't know what to do. I don't know yet. I still gotta finish this one. Waiting for inspiration. What I did do, however, and I'm probably going to do a short of this once I figure out the background, I finished this one. And I wound up using, because I was using Prismacolors and it was getting too muddy. Like the thing was muddying up. So then I just started, that's when I pulled out my colors and started working on this. And even went over the part over here that I did with the Prismas. I went over with colors. And it took away that muddiness, fortunately. You can see that. I'm really happy with how it took that away because that was really disturbing me. Um, Tried to keep it, the palette, like simple, which was kind of a feat and kind of not. Um, I just kept just those pencils out, and so I had to use that. So whatever I colored something with, that's what it became. Um, I may need to change this now because I don't know how though. I guess I'll use a metallic marker or something. Because now that looks a little out of place, I suppose. Um, but I really like it now, and yeah, I didn't know where I was going with this, and plus it's shiny. I like shiny. See that little sheen? I love that. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. I just have to finish. I got to do the little butterfly. I have to do his eye, the dots, some little things in there, which I actually think I am going to use like a gold metallic marker for those, not for his eye, but the dots around his eye, this thing, this on him, and on these. Oops, can't even see them. And these down here, there's little dots there. Yeah, but I gotta find it. So that's a whole nother. And I just see a stem here in some color. Keep finding things. Oop. We want to do this. Yes. I didn't do this last night. Let's do it while we're here. Yes, I'm actually really pleased with how this turned out. Now I'm like thinking, okay, how can I put a background in here that's not going to totally mess up everything I did? So I'm probably going to just do some plain color, but I don't know what plain color to use. Because I feel like that could shift the whole thing to who knows where. I don't know. I feel like I want to watch the rest of that first episode of Utopia. At least get to the end of the first part, the first episode. Just see another spot I didn't get. I still have to finish that mandala. I still have my pens out for it. I don't know if I'll work on that tomorrow in between work stuff. Maybe. I would like to finish it. It's gonna be no. Let's go for lighter blue. What else? Oh, excuse me. I need to go over this some more, but I'm kind of being cautious about it because I don't know why. I don't remember why, but I am. I guess because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do anything to like put a little bit of contouring on it or something, or I don't know. I don't know. Can I change this? It did. It let me. I need some water. I don't know. What time is it? 8 o'clock? Probably need to go. I need to get at least one tiny thing in of French before I go to bed. And before I'm just like, oh, whatever. And just like, trying not to lose my streak. I actually missed today. I missed Thursday. But in Babbel, like it gives you, if you're, it kind of gives you a freeze day, which was like, that worked out good because I actually had intended to study it, but I was sitting in my bed and I was going to do it from there, and I actually went to sleep without even doing it. I just totally forgot that I was going to do that before I went to sleep, and so I missed it. Kind of made up for it the next day, though. I did like more than one lesson. I actually went back and did an old one that for some reason it let me pass that one, and I don't know why it let me pass that lesson because I went to it and I was like, I don't know this one, and I had to like do a correct your mistakes. I had to correct a bunch of mistakes from it because I was like, I don't remember ever doing this. Like I said, I think since I actually purchased the course, I think they added some things to the course, and so that's why there were some that like it said I was finished with that um module, but like it had lessons I hadn't done in it. So I've been going back to do those. Kind of like every other day I go to study. I I'll do the one that I'm on, the unit that I'm on, and then I'll go back to one of those old units that has something unfinished in it and do that. And I think I need to do that to even go back and do some of those units again. And like to do the review chapter of those units. I need to go back and do that. I think it'll help me wrap my head around some things better. So I found myself forgetting like the basic stuff, like the conjugation of what is it, avoir, or you know what is it, to go, or I am. It's like, how can you forget that? That's like the basic. Kind of weird. So I need to go back and do that. I'm also getting used to like the parts of speech now that I actually need to know what part of speech is this. I don't pass that by me and just tell me how to say it. I want to know what part of speech it is, and I want to know where it goes, all the possible places it can go in the sentence. So I'm kind of getting the logic of the language, or getting able to comprehend the logic of the language, the sentence structure, syntax, or whatever. So I don't know why I'm doing all this, but except that I want to be able to speak another language fluently. I really do. So I don't know if this is really helping, but so I'm kind of afraid to put a darker color in here because I'm afraid it'll turn it. Um, it'll skew the palette. So I'm trying to do it with the same pencil and have it be dark enough, but I don't know if that's gonna. Although, if I do this, that might kind of lighten up some spots a little bit. I don't know. Or not. Or not. But I do really like this picture a lot. And from the beginning, I didn't think I would. But that changed. I'm going to leave that alone too. Nah, I can't leave it alone. Something about me won't let me leave it alone. I noticed, I don't know, I kind of accidentally hit my, what's going on there? Email on my phone, and like it gives you like this kind of overview or something of your email, and it showed that I had on Reddit, there was a comment on under Paralives, the forum or whatever, the Reddit on Paralives, the game that was supposed to come out however many years ago that was going to rival The Sims. I still have to go back and see what that comment said, but we're still waiting for the game to come out. Not really sitting holding my breath though. I'll tell you that much. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna wish I hadn't done this, but I just did it. So it's too late. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you for hanging out with me for this hour, 45 minutes. Thanks to anyone who hits the replay, hits the like. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a good rest of your night. Bubbles, I hope them people don't give you grief tonight. They better behave. Take care, everybody. Good night.